Very early in our personal growth journey, my husband and I got introduced to Tony Robbins, and we really geeked out on his material for years. We're still excited about the teachings that he offers, the events that he runs, and as soon as we could, we went to one of his live events and got to experience firsthand how he very quickly facilitates people into creating massive shifts in their lives. And he does that using a whole basket of tools called NLP, or Neuro-Linguistic Programming, which sounds like a computer model, but is actually all about how we can create rapid transformation. Neuro-linguistic programming takes advantage of the fact that humans are spatial animals. We actually use space either in our minds, 3D space, or actually physical space, and a sense of time to create change. We also hold information in our bodies. And so each of these tools takes advantage of that sense of space and time and how we hold information and how we perceive ourselves in the stories that we tell to create transformation so that we're telling new stories, we're engaging with space and time in a different way, and we can see transformation happening right before our very eyes. So I'm really excited about the tools that NLP offers, and I like weaving them into my client relationships depending on what's alive with them at any given moment. The NLP work I do mostly shows up when clients are looking for coaching. So one of the things that we do in coaching is help people identify what their goals are and how to get from here to there. And a lot of times people see obstacles that I don't see. And I help them take those obstacles, take a good look at them, put them under a magnifying glass, question them, flip them over, and then see how within them they already have the capacity to get to that goal, if only we could just shift and get the obstacle out of the way. Another thing I do with NLP is help people create mental frameworks that guide them towards success. So one example I have is of a client who is a total creative. He's coming up with a bajillion ideas every single day and really struggled to identify which of those ideas were worth his energy and his time. And so I helped him create a mental framework that helped him clarify what's right for him. So we created this triangle, and I said, okay, here, on this side of the triangle, we have your brand, because we're focused on building your brand. And he didn't even see himself as a brand, and that was a huge shift for him. The other piece is monetary. We want to make sure everything you do is bringing money in the door. And that's not necessarily true for every client, but for this client, it was really important. And the third thing we're doing is we're staying on mission. You have a very clear mission of what you want to achieve in the world, and it's super important to you. That may or may not be true for every client, but for this one, it really was. These were the three core things we needed to build. The brand piece came from me, but I knew that the brand piece was pivotal in his achieving the other two. And so every idea he brought to the table, we'd assess it. Okay, is it hitting brands? Is it hitting mission? Is it hitting money? And if it doesn't hit all three, it's out the door. Now, everything I just said sounds so hyper in that masculine place that I started my work with. And it was really, really great for this client. But for people who are looking for deep internal healing, how do these kind of mental frameworks work? Well, part of it is helping them create a mental model that really supports them seeing themselves as someone who is seen and held and understood. So you could have a mental framework that says, am I engaging in activities that are healing, nourishing, of mission for what is my mission? Or am I engaging in self-talk that supports me, supports others, and is aligned with what I really believe to be true in the world? So mental frameworks can work on that business space, but can also work in this loving grandmother space where we're really trying to shape how you perceive yourself and how you perceive the world as a place that is loving and kind and compassionate.